my name is Yuri Kasdorp, and I'm back with a track guide. And as you might be able to see by the color of the curbs or the mountains in the back, we are in Tuscany, Italy for the Mugello track. Very cool flowing track, lots of high-speed corners, maybe even a bit too low downforce in the GT3 cars to make the most use of it, but a lot of fun to drive. And without further ado, let's get into it and see how we drive. Starting the lap. We're running race fuel as usual. You know the drill. Coming to the last corner, and this will be a lot in this lap. Long flowing corners. We need to be careful to not overload the tires, especially because the track is pretty hot this week. Any slide when the tires are loaded will be very bad for your overall race. Turn 1, we brake just before the 100. Keep it tight. Throttle out. Bear turn too early. Avoid the anti-cuts on the inside. Avoid the off-track on the exit. And then we do the same thing again for the second chicane. Avoid the anti-cuts. Small tap on the brake here. Hold the curb on the inside. Patience on the downhill. Try to keep the speed up here without overloading the front end. Same thing here. Try to avoid overloading the front end. Take the anti-cut on the inside. Take the anti-cut on the inside. Again, careful for understeer. Off track on the exit. Patience here before we can go back on the power. Flat out through the chicane. And brake it around the 50, and again patience into the corner. Low inputs. And taking the speed out. And that's the lap around the Mugello circuit in the Italian Lambo. Right, so here we are, start the lap from the outside. Let's have a closer look. So Mugello is a lot about these long flowing corners, which means that it's up to us to not overheat the tires and lose a lot of performance in the tires in the race, but also in qualifying. One slide while all the tires are loaded in the middle of a high-speed corner like this is really detrimental for the grip, not just for the whole race, but also for the next part of the lap. Turn 1, we're coming, we want to brake just before the 100 and brake in a straight line. And I'm using the red part on the left here. The curbs here are 3D curbs, so you can see the car gets a bit unsettled when you drive over the edge here. So you can also brake on the track. I like having a bit better angle into the corner and braking a tiny bit earlier. Setting up for the exit here. For turn 2, I feel like I always have to brake before I think I have to brake to set up for a nice chicane. We want to avoid these anti-cuts here, they're too high for the GT3 cars. Try to open up turn 3 and again avoid the anti-cut on the inside here. Avoid your off track, really easy to understeer off right here. If your inside tires go over this curb, you get the off track. Then we do the same thing in the second chicane. Brake early, make sure you don't go too deep. Avoid the anti-cut on the inside twice. And make sure you don't understeer on the exit. And small tap on the brake here, and you want to end up with your right side tire close to the grass all the way on the curb on the inside. So I do a small tap on the brake. You have to be careful if you're braking exactly on this edge of the curb here. It can really upset the car. So you want to be on top of the curb or on this side of the curb, not exactly braking on the edge of it. And then again, all the way on the curb on the inside here, close to the grass. And then we get to some very high speed corners. A lot of load on the tires, so we need to be careful. Slowly on the power here. Making sure we don't go too wide in the middle here. 2 tires on the curb on the right side, open up the next part as much as we can. Small lift on entry. You want to lift early here. If you're lifting too late, the car's already understeering. And then back on power. Make sure 2 tires still hit the colored curb to avoid the off track. Then there's not really a brake marker here, so it's really tricky to find your braking spot. The brake markers all the way on the left side here might as well not be even in the same country. So what I like to look at is either this entry road here or just brake a bit afterwards and get a feeling for it. If you want to look here for your braking mark, 90% sure you're going to miss the corner because you're not looking where you're going. And then for this corner here, we do want to hit the anti-cut. You can even hit it a bit more than I'm doing here. Especially the Lambo, it handles this anti-cut and the chicane well. So the inside in this one, and the first one and the second one as well. So you want to just go over this, and the car handles it well. Make sure the car doesn't underset too much on the exit. And again, just like in turn 1, I like to brake on the red part here. You don't have to. It upsets the car a bit more, but you get a better line. I don't think there's too much of a difference in it. Very long corner, you want to be careful with going on throttle too early or going in too fast. You'll just have to be patient in the middle. With the chicane on the back straight, which is easy flat. Nothing to it. And then last corner you want to brake just before the 50, but as you can see, we can't really brake much on the straight line. So we have to go off the brakes quickly and slowly take the corner, low inputs, low inputs, low inputs. And I think the best line is close to the curb here. But if you go in a bit too fast like I did here, because of the camber in the corner, it doesn't matter too much if you miss the apex tiny bit. Because it will set you up for a nice exit. And then exit here is the same. And we got the big start finish straight again. That's a lap around Mugello. Alright, so there we go. Another track guide done. Very interesting to see the lines and especially where we can take the anti-cuts and where we can't. Sometimes it really upsets the car. Sometimes like here, we can take it without any issue and take advantage of it. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys next week for the next video.